Arrgh. I think you're quite right, Jeff. Don't let Ricari tell you what to do. Hey everyone, I'm here with Joe Neat, executive producer at Rare. Joe, how are you, mate?
I'm very, very well indeed, yes.
Welcome back to Gamescom.
It's one of my favourite shows. All the fans, meeting people, it's amazing. The energy is incredible and the scale, right? It's so huge.
Do you know what, it's funny you say that. It's been nice just hanging out with you for the last 15 minutes because so many Sea of Thieves fans have just come up to you and wanted to talk about the game. It's awesome,
It's great, isn't it? Asking when we're putting fishing in, like that seems to be the common question. But
so what's the answer?
We hear the feedback. We hear the feedback.
All right, good. So Cursed Sails has been out for about 3-4 weeks now?
3 weeks, yeah.
How's the community been responding to that?
Really great. Like, introducing skeleton ships into the world like we did with this kind of cool campaign with the different battles each week and this like side quest you can do as well, like about the kind of background of how these came into the world.
Right.
We love introducing new content in that way to Sea of Thieves, and so it's been great to kind of see how players have been getting on with this, the creative use of mechanics with the skeleton ships and stuff. So yeah, loads of great feedback and also stuff that we've learned, right? Like people going, you know, we put a lot of different commendations and things you could achieve, like reasons to replay into the game, but we set them at different times and different weeks, and for some of our players that was a little bit too much, and so it's like, okay, like for the next Forsaken Shores campaign we kind of dialing that back so that it's a bit more relaxed, a bit more chill, you've got more time and opportunity to go and do it and kind of take part in that campaign. So yeah, we're always learning.
So when you go from like Cursed Sails to Forsaken Shores to whatever you've got lined up in the future, what are you learning about player behaviour in each of those updates? Like with Cursed Sails, right, you've got alliances, you've got the skelly ships. What kind of behaviour have you seen that
the alliances stuff has been amazing to see how that has influenced player behaviour and just changed like the interaction with people out in the seas, because I play Sea of Thieves as a fan, right? Like, you know, I've got the best job in the world, like I get paid to be a fan of the game I work on, it's awesome. But so I was playing at the weekend, and whenever I go in now I always put the alliance flag on, so if, like, anybody that sees me sees that shape of the flag, and like so I'm hoping that they're going to not be aggressive towards me, and a lot of the time, you know, you'll see someone will join your alliance or they'll shout to you over the speaking trumpet, so it's really great to be able to signal your intent from distance and just those human interactions and behaviours. It's so unique to what our game is, I think.
Alright, so Forsaken Shores is literally on the horizon.
Yes.
What have you got coming up for us soon?
So Forsaken Shores, loads of stuff, right? So like I think hopefully we've got some footage that we're going to be showing off around the world, right? And so it's a volcanic world, and it's much more perilous than any other part of the world that we've put in. So you're still going to start in the parts of the world you currently start in, and you have to make a choice to venture to the Devil's Roar, which is the name of this area, right? And the volcanoes, like, sometimes they're going to be kind of dormant, they're not going to be going off, and so, but then you might get a little bit of tremors, a little bit of earthquake that gives you a signal that maybe something's not right on the island, and might lead you to now want to kind of maybe hide in a cave or get off the island and back to your boat and wait and see. It depends kind of what circumstances you're in, what stuff, like how much loot you've got and everything. But then if it does kick off, you've got like geysers which will fly you up into the air. If you're like running across the island, you can get pinged up into the air. You've got rocks raining down. The water gets superheated around the islands too, so it becomes if you swim through it, you're gonna get cooked alive, right? And so that's why the rowboat is coming in alongside Forsaken Shores, which is you're going to find these in the world emergently, and you can then take it back to your boat and like dock it to your boat and take it with you. But like when that water's superheated, you can use the rowboat to kind of get through it, and you can fill it up with loot. And one of my favourite images actually from there was a video someone put together speculating about what they could do with this, and they just filled it with snakes and explosive barrels like the rowboat, and like you can just imagine just push that off sailing to another ship, like good luck. But I'm really looking forward to that creativity that players do with this. And so one other thing that's really cool that we're bringing in with the Forsaken Shores is a new quest for the merchants called cargo runs. So this is where you can take a cargo run on, you'll kind of get an ask from an NPC that will go, hey, I want you to deliver this stuff to this place in the world. And so there's like bottles of rum which are a bit delicate, so if you're jumping around them they're going to get damaged, lower in value, so you've got to keep them kind of safe.
Protect
so don't get into a battle, right? You know, it's very important thing. Like cloth, expensive cloth, which you can't really get wet. If you get it wet, it reduces in value. So again, don't leave it on the top of the boat in a storm, but don't put it on the bottom, because if the water starts filling up. And then plants as well. So if you're taking plants across the world, you want to keep them wet so that they stay kind of healthy. So maybe you want to fill up the bottom deck of your boat and then just put the plants down there, like by you know, taking some damage and then repairing it and not bailing. So it's going to be really interesting to see that, because I could come onto your boat, see your stuff, and I could do what I wanted. Like, you know, I could start pouring water on your cloth for a laugh, or I could steal it and take it, because I'll be able to know where I need to take that. So
wicked.
It's like really cool for us to be introducing new ways to play, especially for the merchants, because, you know, our data and feedback tells us that that's the one people kind of wanted something new to kind of go and play with and stuff.
Absolutely. So, have you got new build rat adventures?
We do indeed,
as well?
yes. So that's coming after Cursed Sails, and that will be Cursed Crews. So that's where we introduce cursed cannonballs to the world. Okay. So they're going to be found emergently. You know, we've upgrading our inventory system to allow you to manage different cannonballs and stuff. So finding one of those and using them on other players, you're going to see so much fun. Like the rudder ball, which locks your steering so you can't steer for a while.
Yeah.
I am going to use that when someone is sailing towards a giant rock or an island and just watch the chaos ensue, right?
Love that.
But we're bringing those in, and all the accommodations will be around it. But because a lot of them are going to be around combat and using cursed cannonballs, we're also bringing in the Reaper's Mark, which is a flag you can fly.
Okay.
And it will then put your ship on the map for everyone else in your world to see.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, bring it. Right,
Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Or it could be like the person that does our like loot and lore game show. Like, it's a member of our community that does this game show all the time. Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he'll use it to put himself on the map so that people will see him and come to him, and he'll be like, no, I'm friendly. I'm doing a game show.
Excellent.
So, yeah, it's like...
Joe, you've got an amazing
exciting
Sea of Thieves community as well, you just mentioned there. I know there's someone in your community that you want to give a shout out to on the show, right?
Yes, absolutely. So got this tweet a couple of days ago. So Liam, who is 7 years old, has become Pirate Legend recently. And for us to be able to create a game like this, a multiplayer game like Sea of Thieves, and it's a long kind of way to get to Pirate Legend. He has played the game a lot, and so to have a 7-year-old playing an online game like this and have played it for so long and to become a legend in our game, like, kudos to Liam.
Absolutely, I think we should both give him a salute.
Indeed.
Here's to you, Liam.
Boom.
Well played. All right, Joe, thank you so much. Tell us when Forsaken Shores will be hitting the seas.
Yes, so it will be hitting the seas on September the 19th, which coincidentally is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So
Fantastic.
it all just converges, doesn't it? So,
yeah. Jeff's going to be delighted.
Indeed, yeah.
All right, Joe, thank you very much for your time, as always, mate. And don't forget, you can play Sea of Thieves right now with Xbox Game Pass. Let me try and get my words out. I think I've been on that run. Right, it's going to be tough waiting for Forsaken Shores. It looks absolutely brilliant. Thanks, Joe.